Barton FM, following Barton Town. Sport on Barton FM is sponsored by Easy Buy.
Hello once again, we're at Bowsley School, the home of Barton Town training facility. Nice evening after the rain we've had recently, so we're going to hopefully have a word with the first team manager and also those involved with the reserves and find out how their season's going, which is still quite early in the season for them. So we're waiting for people to turn up and we'll get on with it as soon as they arrive. Good evening, gentlemen.
Evening.
Perhaps you should introduce yourself to those that don't know about the squad.
Well, I'm Stephen James. Boys call me Twinno. I'm the reserve team manager.
I'm Aaron Chapman. People call me Azza. I'm the assistant manager.
So, reserves team. What's their role in the club?
Well, we've got two roles really. So we're a stepping stone for the under-18s to come in, and then from us then to the first team. And then if the first team have any injuries and the boys haven't played, they obviously step down to us. We give them game time to get them back for the first team. So we're looking for our boys to push on to the first team.
Right, but they obviously play in their own league as well, don't they?
Yes, yeah. We're in the Balkan Links League. Quite a competitive league, to be fair. This is our first season in charge, and we didn't come into this thinking it was going to be easy, did we? It's a tough old slog, and we've figured it out in the past 2-3 games. It's a hard league. It's a hard league to get out of. Our ambitions coming into this was, we want to be a top 6 side.
Yeah.
And then hopefully next year push on to go for the league, but baby steps.
Yeah.
So this is the Lincolnshire League. Where do you progress to from this level?
So we go up to the NCL Division 1,
okay,
which is obviously a step below the first team.
Right.
I think that's the furthest we can go then with the first team, with the position they are. So that's where we step then.
Okay, so you can effectively you'd be a B team in the NCL.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's our goal really, is to bring the under-18s through and bring our reserve team boys on for the first team. So they're in a decent league. So if the first team do need them, they haven't been playing a Sunday Division 5 league. They've been playing a decent standard and they're ready to go.
Okay, and you serve as a bridge between the development under-18 squad and the first team, don't you?
Yeah. Well, as a lot of people know, I ran the under-18s with Simon Burnett last year, so I've been involved with that for the last two seasons. So the pathway we seen last year from Lee Thompson was good, bringing the young boys in, and we want to continue that. So we've had a couple of boys in our squad over the last couple of weeks, like young Jay Holtby, the captain of the under-18s, Noah Ainsley, he's been in with us, and then we are going to start looking at bringing a couple of other boys when we see it's right, because you can't just chuck them in the deep end. It's got to be the right game, the right environment for those boys to play. So.
The last thing we want to do is chuck them in, and we suffer a heavy defeat, and morale goes, their heads go, and they think they can't do it, but in reality, we just need to give them time.
Yeah. And a lot of the players, are the players a lot more locals than the first team?
Yeah.
Obviously the first team brings people in from quite a wide range of
area. Our captain's from Barton, Brad. Our vice captain, Kendo, has been here for 4 or 5 seasons. Scunthorpe based, but they're not. We probably go as far as Scunthorpe. We've got a couple of young boys from a Hull.
Yeah.
Wales is from Hull, but
furthest is probably Grimsby.
Yeah.
With Aaron McKenzie. So they are very local.
Right.
And 8% of the squad's local, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the league, obviously being Lincolnshire, that again is fairly local teams.
I think the furthest we've travelled so far is Wyberton.
Yeah.
That was a good old hour and a half slog.
Right.
And then we've got Skegness to come. I think they're the two furthest that we're going to be going.
So does that cause you problems with the younger players? Because obviously perhaps some of them can't travel.
No, well,
they
the
don't
bus
have their own transport.
Oh, the bus provide a minibus.
Right.
So the boys that don't drive, and we try and get them all to come on the bus for team morale. So most weeks on our away games, we've got a bus available anyway. They meet us at the club, and we all set off together then.
Right.
So yeah, the club are good with that, providing us.
We look after
transport.
it basically.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so who have you got coming down tonight? Obviously, you're waiting for them to arrive.
Yeah, we're just setting up now.
I think we've got about 20. We've got about 20 coming down. There's a new guy who's been speaking to me during the week. His partner has, who I know, and he's keen to get back into it. He's come from Birmingham. Big old centre back apparently, so I'll be interested to see.
Yeah.
This is an
Well, he's
experienced player then.
Yeah, well, I didn't know any of the teams that he's played for, but I've had a look, and yeah, it's quite good standard over in Birmingham apparently. So
Okay, you've got a game on Saturday?
Yeah,
You're away at
Saturday.
Immingham.
Yeah, we're away to Immingham on Saturday. Be a hard game. Like
Very
they're
hard
flying
game.
at the minute.
we're missing a few.
Yeah. But that's no excuse. Well,
One of our best centre backs has decided to fly off to Thailand for a few months, and
Months?
yeah,
well,
he's left
yeah,
us short. But
he's a big miss, but we can't dwell on that, can we? We just got to keep going and fighting.
And then Tuesday we're home down the stadium to Grimsby Borough. So if they're not doing anything, come down and watch the boys.
First team away at Handsworth,
Yeah.
so no excuse for people like me not to come down.
Correct. And the bar's open as well. So
Okay.
Bars open.
yeah.
Okay, cheers, thanks very much.
Thank you
Jeff.
very much. Cheers.
So that's the people involved with the reserves team. So we're going to go off now and see if we can find Anthony Bowsley, who is the first team manager, find out a bit about the matches we've just had and the upcoming match Saturday against Parkgate.
Good evening, Bounds. Evening, Trevor.
Another nice evening.
It's all right. It's held up all right, hasn't it, considering the weather. Sunday, Monday,
Good,
Tuesday even.
Tuesday night was
I know,
like.
Tuesday, not great as well.
Yeah. So Tuesday a draw, Saturday a draw.
Mm-hmm.
Are we going to fall into the trap we did a couple of seasons ago where we don't lose but we don't win either?
I hope not. I mean, obviously, we'd like to keep the certainly not losing run going, but yeah, we do need to turn some of these draws into wins. Yeah, I mean, if the performances warrant it, really. Again, another quite dominant performance on Tuesday. I think it'd been a disaster if we come away with that with no points. Yeah, very dominant. Like the Knaresborough game, really. I thought we looked quite good. We kept the ball well. Certainly a lot better than what they did. I'm really pleased for the lads that we got a point, because I think that would have been a total injustice. I think even their manager, assistant manager actually, who was covering the game, I spoke to him, he said, yeah, we was by far the better team, and they weren't at it, obviously, and we played well, but obviously when we're playing well, and Knaresborough, we need to sort of convert them 1 point into 3, basically. But yeah, we're getting the chances, which are good. There's a lot of chances being created. There's one or two, I don't know, maybe sitters, but getting missed, if you like, one way to put it. But yeah, the positive thing for me is that the amount of chances we are creating, I think at some point, hopefully, someone will get hit for 3 or 4, hopefully soon, hopefully Saturday. The sooner the better.
I suppose it's difficult. We from the outside, we're watching players and we're thinking we'll do something, and of course they're having to make split-second decisions in their head. So we're thinking shoot, and they don't. And other times they shoot and we think we shouldn't have done that.
Yeah. Wow.
Is that the same for you as the manager?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I think from the side you might hear me a few times, but yeah, I mean, football is about decision making, isn't it? When to shoot, when to cross, when not to cross, when to tackle, when not to tackle. So yeah, I mean that's probably the main art of it, really. Decision making in football is key. But like I say, while we keep creating these chances, that's the positive. We are getting really good goal scoring opportunities, and yeah, we probably need to be clinical. And certainly because obviously I think we've got second or third best defence in the league, I think, so we need to in theory the defence are sort of doing their bit. We need the attackers, if you like, to sort of maybe just up the number. Obviously Tom's got, I think, 9 or 10 goals now, I'm not sure what the number is, I think it's 9. Elliot's got, is it maybe 3, 4 maybe, Elliot? Grant's now obviously chipped in with another one the other day, but yeah, I mean there's goals in the team, really. Ali got quite a lot of goals last season for Bridlington. Scott, obviously, renowned, gets quite a lot of goals at this level, in around these levels anyway. Obviously, he got his goal against Winston at the weekend, so hopefully, he gets, or they get up and running again at the weekend.
So we've got a few players missing to injury. So Elliot Broughton, he's got chipped a broken bone.
He's chipped a bone in his foot, I think it is. I don't think it's like serious. He's not got a cast on. He's got one of them sort of protective boots at the minute, and I think they're estimating like at least 3 to 4. Very similar to Ryan Thompson's, I think it is, right on the top of his foot. So yeah, he'll be out for 3 or 4 weeks, unfortunately. And he's obviously been a little bit in and out of the team, but he'd been a bit of a mainstay at the weekend. Played well. Came on and did well at the weekend. Did well against Knaresborough, and was looking quite good on Tuesday. Actually, obviously had to came off 35 minutes in, I think. So, but yeah, so he's going to be out for 3 or 4 weeks. Obviously, Kieran Russell's still as it was with the Achilles. Ellis Barkworth is also the Achilles now. He came on and was struggling with it against Silsden, actually. 1-0 a couple of weeks ago. Yes, that's the 3 injuries, I think. If there's anyone else. There's still Ewan Healy. Ewan Healy's still out. I'm not sure. I think he had a bit of tendinitis in his knee, I think he said it was. So there's still Ewan Healy also. Other than that, I think we're all right.
So we should have a strong squad for Parkgate on Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Kieran Wrestle's, big part of the team when he's available. Elliot's been doing well, but there's obviously there's lads who'll come back into the squad who's not been in it recently. So we're fairly healthy. Ryan Thompson obviously came back last week and played against Winterton. He's ill. He's been ill today though, so I'm not. Hopefully it'll be alright for the weekend. But at the minute, he's not training. So generally all right. Obviously we've got 3 out injured, which as the season goes on, when you start playing these sort of 2 games a week, that you do pick up injuries and suspensions. That's what we've got at the moment.
Then Wednesday we're over at Handsworth again. Sheffield Wednesday. Again.
It's a rearranged one, isn't it? I think that was meant to be early on.
3G pitch.
On the 3G, yes, it'll be a bit of a change. I mean, last time on the 3G, we weren't great against Botsford. We weren't great at all. I think I know the reasons for that, so we'll have to adjust tactically, I think, to the conditions, if you like. Obviously, you generally play on grass pitches, don't we? Sort of 95% of the time, 98% of the time, you play on grass pitches, but.
So you would adjust your tactics based on the pitch?
I think we're going to have to look at it's a quick surface. I think that was looking back at Botsford. I'm not blaming the performance on that, but I think maybe team selection wise we might have to look at 1 or 2 tweaks when playing on a faster surface, which we will probably do that. I think so. I think it's in comparison to playing on grass where. I mean, I just using Hallam for example on Tuesday, soaking wet, quite bobbly, a lot of giving it on a slant. You don't get any of that, do you? It's a really slick surface. It's flat. Yeah, I'm not a massive fan of it playing on it personally, but it is what it is. But you do play on it a couple of times a season. I think with Botsford and Handsworth in our league. So
Okay, thank you very much for your time.
No probs. Cheers,
and good luck for Saturday.
Cheers.
For the latest Barton Town news and information, visit the club's website at www.bartontownfc.co.uk.